Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect Legendary Edition here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor. Last time we defeated the Thorian, so now we are speaking to Shiala, who is the Asari that was the origin for all the Asari clones that we had to fight. So, yeah, I don't really trust you.
How do I know this isn't some kind of trick?
This is no trick. The Thorian is dead, and I am myself again.
Okay.
My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Banezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Banezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Banezia lost her way.
What do you mean? Obviously, having already done Novaria, we have Banezia's version of events. But good to get another perspective on it.
Are you saying Saren can control minds?
Banezia underestimated Saren, as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Saren, but in the end, her plan backfired.
How is this possible?
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute. I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
They were allies?
Then why were the Geth trying to destroy the Thorian?
After Saren had what he needed, the Thorian became a liability. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
Naturally. What does it do?
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear, confusing. They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence. The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
Okay. I don't understand. I'm not gonna be completely rude.
Where is the cipher? How do I get it?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes.
Okay.
To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory, a viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
You gave it to Saren.
You taught Saren, you can teach me.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren.
Okay.
Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us, one to another. Every action sends ripples across the galaxy. Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence. Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity.
That seemed a little bit more intense than I remembered it being. still has her with that weird squint. I do not understand why they animated that.
I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are part of you now.
What
Okay.
was that? Commander Shepard, are you alright?
I'm okay.
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
You look a little unsteady, Commander. Perhaps you should return to the Normandy.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
Alright. That's the important thing. What can you tell me about the conduit?
Do you know what the conduit is? Or where it is?
No, I'm sorry. All I know is that Saren believes the conduit was the key to the Prothean extinction.
That can't be good, whatever it is.
You have the cipher. In time, your visions will clear. They will lead you to the conduit. I only pray you find it before Saren does.
Pardon me. What can you tell me about the Thorian?
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
You sound almost sad.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy.
True.
I'm grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
This is an interesting contrast to the save or kill of the Rachni on Novaria. Because you do get the choice with the Rachni. You do not get the choice with the Thorian. You can try to save it, as I demonstrated, by trying to negotiate with it, but there is no way to save it. So, it is unfortunate. Can you tell me anything else about Saren?
What else can you tell me about Saren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
Okay. What can you tell me about yourself?
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Banezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries I followed her, learning at her feet. When Banezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous. But I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
Alright. What should I do with you?
Now that you're free of the Thorian, what are you planning to do next?
If you allow it, I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
Sounds good to me.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
You tried to do for us. Saved a few. It's more than most would have done. Anyway, thanks. We'll start again. Just not here.
What? I thought I had enough. Well, shoot. I didn't save the colony then. Alright. Dang. I was certain that I would have saved it. Because Zhang I'll have to look it up and see what the points I needed were again.
All traces of the Thorian will be erased in short order. Feros will have a second chance thanks to you.
Feros with...
Commander, glad to see you survived your encounter with the Thorian.
Oh boy. Okay, so he said that they'll have a second chance. Let's...
We'll be gone as soon as a transport arrives.
Okay.
Well, you killed it. At least that's something. But there are so many of us gone.
Alright. Arcelia?
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain.
Okay.
I will remain here until the last of your kind is gone. I am greatly ashamed for what happened here.
Okay.
Farewell, Shiala.
Farewell, Commander. I wish you well in your hunt.
Well, shoot. I mean... At least... We'll see. It doesn't have a huge impact. I just like being able to save the colony.
I never thought I would be so thrilled to see a soldier. Forgive my previous inaction, but under the Thorian's influence, every thought was examined, filtered.
What are your plans now?
What will you do now that the fighting is over?
Feros is a lost cause for a common trader like me. There are better markets on any number of worlds.
Okay. Let me look again to see what you have for sale.
Let me see what you have in stock.
I'll show you what I have, but don't expect me to restock. I'm leaving as soon as the next transport comes in.
Understandable. Ooh. That's actually something I could afford, but it would completely clear out my money. But it's also a better version of the one that I already have. Oh. Well, actually, what I should do... I should go to sell. Definitely don't need so many doubles of everything. I'll just sell a few things. I don't use shield modulators really at all. Don't really use shatter rounds either. And right now, I think... At this point, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of everything that I have. I'll be able to get a good amount of money for all this at this point. I'll definitely be able to get my... my... Spectre Master Gear. I should have thought to mark everything as junk. So I apologize for this little detour of just selling everything in my inventory the old-fashioned way. There we go. Awesome. Don't have much left now. So now I can definitely get that. Wonderful. I don't... Let me look at you. Better DPS. Better accuracy. I have a feeling that that's going to be a high speed. High manual rate of fire. Yeah, don't want that. So we're good. And back to the Normandy we go. So we'll finish off this episode with the debrief with the crew, per usual. And then we'll take a look at side quests, do some side quests, then head back to the Citadel for a bit. After that, be able to turn some stuff in, hopefully. And then we'll be able to go from there. To the Normandy.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Are you okay, Commander? You look a little pale.
It's that damn cipher. That Asari messed you up good. And for what? We still don't know where to find the stupid conduit. What a waste.
It wasn't a waste.
The cipher is going to lead us to the conduit. I'm just not sure how yet.
We still have another lead, Commander. That Asari scientist in the Artemis Tau cluster, the Matriarch's daughter. She's an expert on the Protheans. Maybe she knows something.
She might.
Don't worry. We'll deal with her soon enough. Crew dismissed.
I've sent off the Feros report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Yes, Joker.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
That wouldn't work.
Exogeny tried to study it. Look how that turned out.
Yes, I'm sure you're correct, Commander. It's unfortunate the colony couldn't be saved.
I'm surprised, Shepard. Feros was a human colony. I thought you'd go to any lengths to save your own kind.
I did want to help them.
I would have saved the colony if I could. It didn't work out that way.
Sometimes sacrifices have to be made, Commander. I'm glad you understand that.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
All right. Yeah, a little bit of Paragon, that's fine. So, a little bit of debriefing time then. Yet again, I believe we will start off with Cade in here, work our way down. Be curious to see what all he has to say.
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. Hell of a deal you worked out with Jong, though. If I ever get a speeding ticket, I want you to be my advocate.
Alright. Personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They shouldn't.
Those communications are classified, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. But you know the Navy grapevine.
Yeah.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Can't you retrofit?
Ever thought about going back under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. And it'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
Yeah, you seem angry.
You distrust them that much?
You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes.
Not surprising.
Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Okay. What kind of experts?
The only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadics kept it a secret. They were afraid of what people back home would think, asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
Yeah, why not Asari?
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Okay. And I'm guessing you had a bad teacher.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
But did his training work?
You're a hell of a biotic, though. He must have done something, right?
Well, I got to where I am because I took initiative. Good or bad, I own that. Pretty much despite genetics. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander. We're here to make history, not rehash it.
Alright.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
What do we have in the locker this time? Okay. At least be able to sell the Thunder assault rifle, since I now have a better one. Hopefully Tally will be feeling better. I'm very curious to see how Rex's dialogue is going to change since we already got his family armor. How's it going, Tally?
Oh, hello, Shepard.
What's wrong?
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
It's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
That might be the point.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You'll go back though, right?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Alright.
I should go.
See you later.
I do love the development of the dialogue with Tally. It's a nice build of getting to know her.
Commander, how are you? Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
What are they?
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Why?
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Really?
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Thorian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Yeah, too bad.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
It will be interesting role-playing this friendship between these two over the course of the full series. Alright, Ashley.
Commander?
How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
We lost a lot of the colonists. I don't see how we could have done more, but I still feel bad about it. I mean, we are out here to protect them.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in his vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden, huh?
Are you interested in the Lieutenant, Chief?
Of course not, sir. Fraternization is against regulations.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Tell me about your family.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Tell me more about your sisters.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school.
Wow.
With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Nice. Tell me about your dad.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
That's wonderful.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
That is unfortunate.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm guessing she's considerably older than her sisters, because I think she's supposed to be right around Shepard's age, so 28, 29. And if her youngest sister is still in high school, that means she's between 14 and 18, so...
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Yeah. And yeah, no means no. No question about that. No means no.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
A little problematic, Ashley.
For a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Tell me about the self-defense.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
You?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Badass.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Whoops.
Planted pistol. They do great things to her figure, though.
Well, guess I can't ask about talking to the police.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted
Naturally.
to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
She hit him?
She cracked him in the face. Good.
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital,
it doesn't sound inaccurate.
I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Where was your father?
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Tennyson.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
It is a good piece.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
It's not my place to judge.
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
I appreciate that, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
No worries. I like this chat with Ashley personally. I think that it provides a lot of really good backstory on her.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
I do feel confident that I haven't started the romance track with her at all. But let's talk to Rex quickly, and then we will finish off the episode.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
That we do.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
You knew him?
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought I was important.
That's my call.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
So he recruited you.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What was he doing?
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
Okay. What was the cargo?
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about the ship?
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
Okay.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Huh. Okay. So then just the other talking points.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
But let's get ourselves back up to the galaxy map. And we will finish off the episode there. Quick little debrief. And I believe we'll have another call from the council to start next episode. But we'll go right here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links in the description to the Facebook page and Discord server so you can join the conversation. But until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor, signing off. I'll see you next time.